Alright.
Howdy, y'all. Welcome to episode 3 of the Veganuary holistic health sphere
Yes.
thing that we're doing.
You guys, this is a whole new adventure for us. So, episode 3, we did it. We're here.
I'm pretty proud of us.
Yeah. I like that the more we dig or go into this rabbit hole, the more things pop up that we really want to know more about. So, Saint brought up a great point. And I'm going to let her take the reins on this and then chime in because I did notice it.
Okay. Got it. So, after watching Cowspiracy and What the Health, I just became more aware of like the volume of animals and lives that we consume. I mentioned this in last week's episode 2, but I on Cowspiracy watched an animal be slaughtered. And I didn't flinch away from it because I wanted to know. I wanted to know the gravity of what was happening because this was happening all the time with a number of different animals, and all of these animals are consumed by everyday people like you and me. So I wanted to know the price that was being paid. So when in seeing that, it was something that I had not been exposed to before. I'd never seen somebody slaughter an animal before. And when I saw the gravity of that, I was immediately humbled and overwhelmed by the number of lives that go into sustaining our lifestyle. So as one does, I go to the grocery store to get more food, and after something about seeing that just really opened my eyes. I felt like I was walking around the grocery store with my eyes wide open, and I just saw meat and dairy everywhere. And I'm not hallucinating or imagining it. It's like, go into your grocery store, and I dare you to go into your grocery store and look at the meat and dairy products. Acknowledge, of course, the plant-based products. Acknowledge them, please do. And eat them, consume them, purchase them. But as you walk through the grocery store, you notice that there's a sushi area on the right, the sushi-ya, so that's got fish and chicken, pork. And then I'm going through my local H-E-B, see the bakery. There's a lot of dairy products in the bakery. We have a section to the left with prepared meals, and each of these prepared meals is centered around meat because that's a traditional American diet. And those that aren't, those that are just side dishes, maybe a mac and cheese or even Brussels sprouts, they have bacon fat or dairy in them. So then you go into the produce section. Oh, beautiful, right? And there's like salad dressings and stuff with dairy in them, and you're like, okay, whatever, like, we're chilling. And then you move into the meat and seafood section. Obviously, you know what you're getting into there, right? Like, meat and seafood everywhere. Who cares? What really blew my mind is walking through aisle after aisle of dry goods and seeing that there's just meat in everything. Everything that we eat is centered around meat and dairy. And for example, when I think of ramen, I'm like, oh, ramen, like, noodles. There's meat product in that. Breads in the bakery section. Certain sauces, like if you get Thai chili paste, it has fish in it. I'm like walking down the aisles in my head. A lot of pasta sauces have cheese in them, meat products.
I literally grabbed a frozen cauliflower, thinking, oh, it's just cauliflower. No, you guys, it had cheese in it. Like, I was so upset with myself that I didn't even read it, but I was like, it's just cauliflower. What else could be in it? And cauliflower and cheese. So, I mean, it's in even our cleanest vegetables. It was just like, you have to be so careful now. Like, going into this vegan lifestyle, I'm now reading everything that I'm picking up. I had to put like honey mustard away. I know mayo has eggs in it, but you don't realize, like, oh, this has
Animal.
animal in it, but it does. And so it was just like, wow. And you know, we went and looked at granola.
Oh,
Guys, I love granola bars, and to me, they seem healthy.
yeah.
Chocolate, honey, I mean, yogurt. I literally couldn't get one granola bar that was vegan at the grocery store I went to, and I was just like, dang. And the granola bars that we got last time were so high in corn syrup. I was like pretty much just eating sugar. Like, it wasn't even healthy.
Things that you don't think of, things that seem just so wholesome, like soup. I would love to eat some freaking soup off the shelf from H-E-B, but each soup is centered around a meat. That's like the key flavor that people are going for. Meat is a flavor. And to be clear, like, I just became a vegan 2 weeks ago. Like, I am not trying to come here and sit and preach at you and say, don't eat meat, it's so bad, blah, 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 blah. Because I'm just doing this, I'm just experimenting. Who knows what'll happen in my future. But for me, after seeing Cowspiracy and What the Health, and just realizing that we just consume a ridiculous amount of meat, like a really ridiculous amount of meat that we can't keep up with, that the planet can't keep up with, that made me think of like, well, where are they getting this meat? Because where are people getting this? It's in everything. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. And so if you look at H-E-B, you walk down the aisles, you walk down the frozen section, and you see that your tater tots are cooked in lard or whatever, and that all the frozen meals have meat in the center. All the breakfast tacos have breakfast cheese and chorizo, which, by the way, if you're in an area that doesn't have breakfast tacos, let me put you on game. Get yourself a breakfast taco. Obviously, I'm recommending vegan, but you know, do what you gotta do to get a breakfast taco.
Breakfast tacos are alive. Taking cheese out. Oh my gosh. New to the vegan world, obviously. Vegetarian for 2 years. Never, like, you just, so many good food that you grow up with, that you're accustomed to, has meat in it. And it's just like, dang. I gotta like change it up. Positive note though, you guys, we're so advanced in health that there is amazing products out there that taste like cheese, that are all vegetables, all healthy, organic. So breakfast tacos might be coming back into my life, because there is things out there that it's vegetable based and it tastes just as good, but it's better for the environment.
Yeah, it's better for you too. I think we mentioned some statistics about how you know, the recommended portions, the recommended diet that the American government recommends isn't necessarily something that every person in America can eat and still feel healthy. But you know, fruit and vegetables, most people feel good eating fruit and vegetables, so it's good for you too. And I, like, one positive thing that came out of this for me is I discovered that Green Giant, I don't know if you guys know Green Giant, but they do, like, canned fruits and veggies. Green Giant has these frozen meals now that are completely plant-based, and they have, like, 12 to 15 grams of plant protein in them. They have, like, Southwest style, Asian style, pretty crazy for, like, $2.48, and, honestly, I get the Southwest style, throw some guac and pico de gallo in that day, and we good.
That sounds so good.
Chef's kiss.
Let's sprinkle some sweet.
Is this like trademarked by that guy?
I don't know. Don't sue us.
Please no.
We just think it's cool. No, but for reals, it's pretty amazing what we can find now. It's mind-boggling that most of our food has meat in it, but at the same time, we've progressed so much that we can literally eat just a plant-based diet and still have that quality, that taste, that flavor, that food. So I'm okay with it.
I think what I wanted to, I was the one who really gunned for this video. I think what I wanted to get across in this video is just for the next time you go to the grocery store, take a look, and you don't even have to be vegan to look at this. Encourage your friends and family to take a look, to consider what a life, the value and the gravity of a life, and then take a look at what's going on in your grocery store and how many lives are at the grocery store, animal lives, because it's really shocked me, and now I think about my friends and family consuming that all the time, and I don't blame them at all. The same way I don't blame myself in the past for eating this stuff, but I just can't help but wish that I had thought about it sooner. So that's why I'm making this video, or that's why I hope that, you know, you watch this video. That's what I hope you get away from this video, is just take a look and really consider for yourself if that is what you want to do, if that's the action you want to take.
So I believe Saint went to the grocery store, and we're gonna show you guys some products that she picked up at your local grocery store, and that there's meat in it, and it's gonna be random, you guys. So we're gonna just go over to that footage, and we'll be back.
Howdy y'all, it's Saint. I've got my mask on, and we are about to go into H-E-B, which is a local Central Texas grocery store. My goal here is really just to show y'all how many products in a grocery store have animal products in them. I was blown away, and I think the biggest takeaway from all of this is gonna be how many animals are in one grocery store and how many meals are including animal products. And then the final takeaway is going to be, you know, goddamn, we just eating animals out here like crazy, so many animals. And it makes you wonder, like, is it really necessary for us to be eating that many animals, that they are in every product? So let's take a look and see for ourselves. We are over here in the canned fish aisle. This is terrifying. Mostly not because of like the number of animals, because like who's eating canned fish? I mean, I guess my cats eat it. I can't imagine that would be yummy. Okay, top ramen. So this is like a meal that I would eat when I got no money, and of course it's got animal products in it. All of these have animal products in them. Let's see if this tortilla soup has, it doesn't seem to have any meat in it. It's got beans and potatoes and veggies. Contains milk. Okay. And it still has chicken fat in it and beef stock, if you can see that. Look at this. I want to highlight this. Certified vegan. Certified fire. Chicken over here. More chicken, beef. We got chicken all up in here. Chicken and beef and chicken. We got some nuts over here. I think some of these trail mixes might be vegan. Let's take a look. Contains peanuts, wheat, and soy. That's a good sign. So, ooh, it's got turmeric and beet powder. We have got a vegan snack here, y'all. That's awesome. Got trail mixes of all sorts over here. Y'all, so I'm back from my H-E-B trip, and again, that was really eye-opening for me, because I hope that this video just really showed you the infrastructure that we are kind of swimming in. And this is not an indictment at all. Like, I participated in this for 25 years. It's not an indictment, and it's not a judgment of the system. It's just a wide, eyes open look at the infrastructure that is in place and that we are surrounded by. So when we go down 9 aisles and each aisle has half the aisle full of animal products, whether it's milk or meat specifically. And we took a look at some specific products that had meat in them that, you just don't really think about. Things like ramen, some things that have dairy in them that you just don't think about. When we go through 9 aisles in the grocery store of dry goods and these have animal products in them, and then you also consider that there's a straight up meat aisle, there's a deli aisle, there's a sushi aisle, and then there's a dairy aisle, and then we went into the frozen section and there's more and more animal products. You start to see with your eyes wide open that this is the infrastructure that we live in. Meat and dairy are considered a part of an essential, like it's considered a part of everything. And it has not always been this way. This is a recent development in the past 200 years that we have started eating meat and dairy at this rate. So, with your eyes wide open, looking at this infrastructure, I have a question for you, which is, what do you think about this? Like, do you think that this is normal? Have you noticed that there are that many animal products in our system? I'd love to hear from you and hear what you thought about that tour of the grocery store. And I'd also love to see you do your own tour of the grocery store and show me if you have any vegan aisles in your grocery store and what they are, as well as any fun vegan products you had and fun, surprising things that have meat or dairy in them. So that's it for now. Thank y'all. Bye-bye.
So, yeah, crazy.
Do you have any?
I can't believe that in the frozen section how much meat there was. Like in our vegetables and beans. You guys, beans. Lard. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's an eye opener. And I dig that Saint went, you did that. You went and showed us the truth. So thank you.
It's such a blessing. It's beautiful to be able to see, and I love flexing that muscle and showing people like, look at the truth. So I'm looking at it and I'm surprised.
But we do appreciate you guys coming today and being with us as we go through this journey together. We're a community, so if you have questions, comments, you need a family, a tribe, we're here. We get it, it's hard. And check it out, go to your local grocery store and see for yourself. I mean, it's an eye-opener, you guys.
And on the blog this week, of course, as much as we talk about the things that we find that we are moving away from, on the blog this week, there are some stuff that we're moving towards. So there's more recipes up on the blog this week, as well as some things in the grocery store that are surprisingly vegan. Mm-hmm. That's exciting. And also some stuff about meal prepping this week. I know that meal prepping is like a scary thing for a lot of people. People think you need to eat this food that's already been in the refrigerator all week. But I'm going to show you a completely different approach to meal prepping that is actually the same approach to meal prepping that restaurants use. I used to work in professional kitchens, and so what I'll be doing is showing you how to chop vegetables and eat a completely whole foods plant-based diet, meal prepping, and still get your meals freshly cooked each time. So
yeah, check us out on social media at HHSphere on Instagram. We're gonna be popping up on Facebook soon, but watch our stories. We're gonna share, our journey together, so it's not just us vlogging about it. We're posting about it. I found the secret recipe to getting a nice salad not soggy. Tested that out last week, and I'll show you guys how I do it. So
that's awesome. Yeah, follow us and we will follow you back. We will chat with you, ask us questions, DM us. We would love nothing more than to hear from you.
Yes. So have a blessed night, you guys.
We'll
see you next week.
Thank you.